Hello guys, today we're going to be making this ring right here. This one. As you see, it's going to be made out of paper clips, and it's going to be a twisted paper clip ring. Okay, you're going to need 3 miniature paper clips, not the big ones. And if you're going to, when you buy the miniature ones, you don't want the ones that have like the tiny slits in them, because then it'll break easier. You need a pair of pliers or needle nose pliers, preferably needle nose, but I don't have these right now with me. Something that's gonna be about the width of your finger. I chose this. And you might need a piece of string. So, alright, so first you're gonna take one paper clip and your pliers, and you're gonna try to make it flat. Let's see if I can even grab it. There you go. You don't want to make the whole thing look flat. Not flat, into one straight line. There's the start of it. Try the beginning of it. You can do some touch-ups with your fingers. But, hey, you're going to need to do this to all 3 of them. I'm going to fast forward here. And I'm going to fast forward. Alright, now you have your 3 rods, let's call them. You're going to need to get some tape, like preferably electrical tape, because that'll hold up. You could probably only use electrical tape, but if you can find a different way, you could use that. So let me go get that. Alright, now that you have your tape, you can grab all 3 of your paper clips, rods, whatever you want to call them. You're going to try to tape them up to make them look like in a triangle shape. You don't want them in a line. You want them in like a triangle shape. You're going to wrap them up pretty tight. I'm going to get these as tight as you can. That's pretty tight. I can't break it. Alright, now done with that. You don't need the drill, but I'm going to use a drill just to make it easier for me. Okay, so you're going to if you don't have a drill, you could just use pliers to do this. It's just going to take a little bit longer. So you're going to tighten that up really tight so that it doesn't slip. And you're going to put it here. You're going to have your other end here. Right here. That. And you're going to pinch it with pliers. Like this. Make sure they're all together. Pinch them with pliers. Like this. And you're going to want to go really slow, but make sure you pinch it really tight. Go really slow. you should end up with this by the end of it. It takes a while and it will take a few attempts. And I did have to switch over to try something else. I did use a second drill just to hold it in. But you don't need that. You can still use the pliers. It's just going to take a little bit longer. And you're not going to get as tight of a twist like this one. If it'll focus. Focus. Let's see if this helps. You're not going to get it as tight as a twist as that. So, but if you get a pretty decent twist, that should work really well. Well, after you get that, it's going to be all wound up and crazy. Unless you use pliers. Wait, let me fix this. It's going to be all twisted and crazy. I already started to fix it. But unless you use pliers, then it should be pretty straight. So if you didn't use pliers and you did use a drill with pliers, you're going to have to like squish it to make it flat again. Because it's going to be all crazy. Like this. And it might take you a couple times just to get the to get it correct, because sometimes it does mistakes like this one right here. This is not correct. But as long as you have enough of it to be wound, it should be okay. So you're gonna have to get it all flat. It'll focus. Focus. Yeah, it's pretty straight. I could do some more touching up, but yeah, I'm gonna do some more. This part is probably the shortest part. The longest part is gonna be making it the loop. And if you're comfortable enough with it being straight, you can use the snipping part of the plier and just get as much of it on you as you can, and then just snip it. And then you should have this, and then some part where you pinched it. You're gonna cut off that pinched part. I had to come to my garage for this part because I needed to hammer this part flat. You need to hammer it pretty flat, not extremely flat, just flat. Do probably about half the thickness of it right now, and it should lengthen it a little bit. But don't flip it over. Only tap the one side. It's gonna be inside of your ring. Do this somewhere where you don't break anything. That's why I'm doing it on concrete. This should lengthen it up a little bit to make it longer if it's not long enough to fit your finger right now. So focus. As you can see, the top part is flat, but the other side is not. Focus. Sorry about my camera problems. I'm using my phone. There, the other side is not flat. That's what you're gonna want. So you're probably gonna have to hammer it a couple more. If it's not long enough, you can always just hammer it more. But you don't want to overhammer it because you don't want to make it too flat and then it just not fit anymore. Should be about that thickness. That compared to my finger. And now that you've gotten this, I'm going to straighten it again. Because if you do it straighten it, it's going to be a lot harder to get on. And it's going to take a lot more work. So I might as well do it now. It'll also take a lot more tools if you don't do it now. You're going to need a vise if you don't do it now, or something else. So I just prefer you just to do it now. Okay, this is good. This will work. So now here comes the part where you need to actually measure your finger to see if this will be long enough. So you can use one of the tape measures that actually that go in a circle, not one of the metal ones. One of the ones that are used for making clothing. Or you can use a piece of string, wrap it around your finger, mark the spot where they meet up, and then you can open it and then cut your string. And then you want to see if that's long enough to fit around here. If it is, which I'm going to check still, you're going to need to get something to wrap it around, which should be the same. The string should fit around it perfectly too. I'm going to use this. I just got this because this is the simplest thing to use. That's what's going to make it round. So I'm going to take this and this. I'm going to start to bend it around it. You're going to just do it decent enough. You're just going to start bending it around. And just keep bending it. It doesn't have to be perfectly around because we're going to fix that in a minute. Just keep bending it. And when you can't get it bent all the way around, you have this much. You're going to do it, the rest of it. You're not going to make a perfect circle. You're just going to make it touch the two ends as best as, and trying to make it, but you have to make it as circular as you can right now to make this kind of fit. Just keep going at it and keep trying. You just want to, this is going to be like the most precise part. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's why we have the item that we can wrap it around. But you want to make it as close as you can. Just keep going at it. Just keep seeing. Just keep looking at it. Look for the spots if you can see if you can bend it anymore. And just keep going at it. Just keep trying. And just don't stop. Hey, it's probably going to be the longest part of this entire thing. Is making the loop. So I'm going to fast forward this. Hey, now that you got it, so you're going to want to put it on here. It's not going to fit on whatever you got. It's not going to fit perfectly. It's going to probably have a gap in it, but we're going to fix that. So you can use a normal hammer, a rubber mallet, something like that, just to get it to fit. I'm going to use a rubber mallet. So you're going to take it and just hit it wherever it's like off. You see like right here? It's not touching. You want to hit it towards the open bit. You want to hit it so it comes to here and comes here. So you want to hit it that way. You might have to keep closing it and then putting it back on. But if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. I can get mine on. I have to twist mine on, so it's a little bit harder for me. Just keep going at it. I may have chosen an item that's too big. If you did too, you can always fix this by just closing the rest up by yourself. It's no big problem. It's not a big problem. You just gotta close it up. That's the only part if your thing is too big. As long as you made it round enough, it should be fine. You're not gonna make nothing wrong's gonna happen. Should be perfectly fine. So if you got something that's too big, or if your ring's just too small and you still want to keep it, you just gotta close it up yourself. And I have to do some more touching up to making that circle. But if you don't, if your thing does fit perfectly, then you're just gonna take it off. Mine does not. Should look similar to this. Now, if you want to decorate it and put some gems or something in there, you can. I might. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. But if you want to, and you're having trouble, if you want to put a gem in here, you're gonna need to put it here, because that's where the gap is. You don't want to put it right there. But if you also put a little O piece, like if this was metal, this was metal right here, this thing, you're going to put the gem in there or something like that. Or if you just want to leave it as it is, that's what I do. So these are my rings. This is the one, this one right here. This one I did with pliers. This one right here I did with pliers. That's why the wounds aren't as tight. And this one right here is the one we just made. This one's pretty tight. And this is what it looks like on my finger. It's a little tight. I know I have awful skin. That's what that one looks like. And the one with pliers I made a while ago, and I'm still wearing it. So these are the rings. Hope you enjoyed.